Hey everybody, welcome back to Arena Hacks. Thank you for stopping by to check out my video. My name's Kyle Wagner, and today I'm going to be doing a Witherbloom deck. I know it's a little bit later. When Strixhaven came out, I feel like all the content creators and everybody out there was all about the Witherbloom and this basic build here. I've just done my own modifications for it, and actually that's kind of why I avoided it at first, just because everybody was doing it. I was seeing it all around out there, and I'm just like, I want to do something else. And I knew eventually I'd come back to it after reading some of these cards and taking a look at it and really seeing the deck and how it's supposed to perform and how it works. It is a really cool deck, so I knew I'd have to come around to it at some point. After some of my own testing, as a lot of other people have realized, Bastion of Remembrance is just a huge deal in this deck. Dealing that extra 1 life, or gaining 1 life and dealing 1 damage, both drain and gain, is really important in this deck when you can trigger it a lot. So this is really easy because we're going to be creating a lot of pests. So whenever those pests dies, we get drain and gain. So it's the drain that's the big. This is how we kill our opponent. Not just with Bastion of Remembrance though, but we also do it with Dina's Soul Steeper. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses 1 life, or an opponent, all opponent, each opponent loses 1 life. Similar with Vito. So we've got Dina and Vito. We can only have 1 of each on the battlefield at any given moment. They're mostly to couple with Witherbloom Apprentice and Bastion of Remembrance. Witherbloom Apprentice, every time we cast an instant or sorcery, which we do have a few of, and we have a few ways of learning to get more sorceries out of our sideboard, and then we can use those sorceries to get more triggers on Witherbloom. Excuse me. So the biggest thing is to have a Witherbloom or a Bastion of Remembrance on the battlefield with either a Dina or a Vito, right? So it's one of these two with one of these two is the most ideal situation. And then you start using sacrifice synergy, which there's not a lot of it. This guy sacrifices stuff at the beginning of each turn, which we want in this deck, because we want ways to sacrifice our creatures, because that's how we get life gain, and then which equals more life drain. We don't need to attack our opponents to do a lot of damage, or to win the game. I mean, we do damage, like I said, with basically these guys here straight down the list. Dina, Witherbloom, the Magecraft. I don't know if I mentioned Magecraft, just when you trigger his ability, cast sorceries and instances. Yeah, Bastion and Vito, and the rest doesn't really, there's no extra life gain or there's extra life gain from the Pest, which is most of the creatures that we're using. Right, so like for our sacrifice stuff, and when they die, they gain a life, so then which triggers Dina or Vito. This is why you want Dina or Vito with them. And when they die, they also trigger Bastion of Remembrance. That's the one that's actually better than Witherbloom. If you have Witherbloom Apprentice on the field instead of Bastion of Remembrance, you need a Plumb the Forbidden in order to go with it, because then all the copies that you get from Plumb the Forbidden will actually get you extra triggers on Witherbloom Apprentice, and it just gets crazy and out of control. And if you have 3 of these 4 guys on the battlefield, I don't think I've gotten 4 of them and went off yet. If you have 3 of these 4 and you cast Plumb the Forbidden on like even 2 pests, that's like 15 damage to your opponent right there, with all these triggers that just go through the roof. It's insane. That's why I have it up here. I was like, look, no hands, because there's certain points at the game where you just do something, and then you just sit there like this, and you watch all the triggers, and then they start. Each one goes off, and it's another damage, or damage, and you gain life, which triggers something else, which does more damage. Then it goes damage and you gain life, triggers another thing, you know. So it's like boom, like, oh, it's crazy, and you just sit there like this, and it's just like ping, 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 you win. So yeah, it's like no hands. The thing I did different here that I didn't see a lot of other people doing was I saw someone else doing it with a different deck, and they were doing really good synergizing the learn spells with their sideboard. So having a way of a 2-mana spell to get a pest plus get another spell out of your sideboard, which when we go to our sideboard, we have lots of ways to get more pests, because that's usually what we want to do. We just want to be grabbing pests like crazy. So that's often what you do with Hunt for Specimens. And it's really cool if you're in a point in the game, you have 5 mana, and you have a Hunt for Specimens, and you just need pests. It's like really nice. You just play a Hunt for Specimens, you learn, and grab a Pest Summoning, and then you cast the Pest Summoning, which totals your 5 mana, and now you have 3 pests on the battlefield. And then next turn you can Plumb the Forbidden, where you sacrifice all the pests. They all gain you life, triggering either Vito or Dina. And then you get copies for Plumb the Forbidden for each one you sacrifice. And since you gain life from them, you're negating the life that you lose for each copy that you make of this spell, because you draw a card and lose a life. So the only one is this spell itself. When you cast it and don't sacrifice anything, you just draw a card and lose 1 life. So that you'll still lose a life from, but every pest you sacrifice, you'll gain a life to replace the life you lose from the spell, right? Plus you get that life gain triggers out. Do you see how it's just like this happened and this happened, and it's like everything kind of links together? The only tricky part about this is building up your battlefield, getting lots of things, lots of pests and lots of things to sacrifice. So here we got Daemogoth Woe-Eater. A 4-mana 7/6 is no joke. And at the beginning of each of your upkeeps, unfortunately, you do have to sacrifice a creature, but you can sacrifice Daemogoth Woe-Eater. And if you're not getting good synergy in your hand, and you don't have a lot of creatures that you're willing to sacrifice, let's say you have no pests, you can just sacrifice Daemogoth herself. And when you sacrifice her, each opponent has to discard a card, which is awesome. Take that. Then you get to draw a card, yeah, and 2 life, triggering any life gain synergies that you have with Vito or Dina, right? So it's just, this creature just goes amazing in this deck. And if you have a creature like you have the human soldier from Bastion of Remembrance, or you have maybe some pest tokens, you can sacrifice them to keep Daemogoth on the battlefield if a big old 7/6 is just something you need on the battlefield right now. Something big, something powerful, right? I see a lot of other decks, they're running another creature, I can't remember its name, it's a big like 11/10 or something like that. And then they use another one to sacrifice a creature, and you get pests equal to that creature's power, right? So this is why I have Mortality Spear in it. There's a few times where I run into people and they're playing their version of this deck, and they play that big creature, and I know exactly what they're doing. I'm like, if they untap their mana, they're going to sack that creature and get like 11 pests. I can't let that happen. So if I have a Mortality Spear, which sometimes I'm lucky enough to have it, then I just take that huge creature down. Any non-land permanent, potentially for 2 mana, destroyed. Instant speed. This spell is no joke either, right? That's why I included in here. We're gaining life left, right, and center. How often we get to spend 2 mana on this and get to destroy any non-land permanent? Really freaking awesome. The only other one in here I haven't mentioned so far, Eyetwitch. Yeah, it's just more learn. I don't think I touched up on the Eyetwitch yet. It's just a 1-mana spell, much like Hunt for the Specimens. It gives us our other learn, so we can go grab more pest summonings and get more pests, or we can do stuff. This was more or less, I was experimenting and playing around with it. I think this could be dropped for another pest summoning. It's really not, it really hasn't saved me or come in that handy. I used it once, and the creatures I saw in my top 6 were like, so they didn't really help me out all that much. Containment Breach is a huge help, gives you another pest token, while at the same time you get to destroy a target artifact or enchantment. You only get to create a pest token if that artifact or enchantment is 2 mana or less. So odds are you're not getting the pest token, but it's a potential, it's a chance that you can get yet another one of those annoying things that your opponents hate, which is always good, and you get to get rid of that annoying enchantment or an artifact that's really just bogging you down and ruining you. I think once when I was testing this deck, I used that. I lost an Eyetwitch, maybe even sacrifice. I used Dina's ability, sacrifice the Eyetwitch, grabbed a Containment Breach, and blew up my opponent's Bastion of Remembrance because they were running the same kind of deck as this. They had their Bastion out, so did I, but I was able to reach into this and blow up their Bastion, and then they didn't get any of the effects from that, which really helped me a lot, and I ended up winning that game. Probably mostly because I had that Containment Breach in here. Necrotic Fumes, it's just another removal on top of the 4 we already have. Those 4 we already have can do any permanent, by the way, too, right? Like, these are in here in case we need to have a creature, or what does this do? Enchantment or artifact or creature. Can this do Planeswalker? Can do Planeswalker, yeah. So basically any non-land permanent between the 2 of these spells. So it's like, we have another way to remove just about anything between these 2 cards in our sideboard. So when we learn and we don't have any of the removal of those Mortality Spears, we can, and we have a learn card, we can learn one of these and we get the removal we need when we need it. The other one is Environmental Sciences, which I think maybe I used once because I was having trouble for lands, but it's in there mainly just for that reason. And it's really important to have it in there because if you're getting mana screwed and you have this, or you have Alluring, you can learn it, you can grab it, get the mana you need, and keep the game going, hopefully. So I think that's about the deck. Let's look at the lands here. I think I covered everything. And Blex the Vexing Pest. I never use search for Blex. It just doesn't go that great in this deck, but Blex himself is a really awesome card if you want to use wild cards for more Vitos. These are the only rares when it comes to spells in the deck. These 4 right here. This is a mythic, of obviously, as you can see, and Vito is a rare, but Blex the Vexing Pest is a pest just like your other ones, but he's a special pest. He gives all other pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders, and Eyetwitch up here is a bat. It's an eye bat, so it does get a pump up from Blex the Vexing Pest. So running into Blex every now and then is actually really handy in this deck, and I haven't seen a lot of other people running this Witherbloom deck using Blex, but I use them, and it's really, really annoying to my opponents when all of a sudden all of my 1/1 pests all become 2/2s now, and my Eyetwitches become 2/2s, and they're like, son of a, how did this happen? And I will sacrifice Blex as easily as I sacrifice any of the other pests. Not quite as easily. I'll sacrifice the other pests first. But yeah, if I get a Plumb the Forbidden, I will sacrifice all my pests, including Blex. Like, just get that 4 life gain, get the triggers off the life gain. That's 4 damage from Vito if you have Vito out. Only 1 from Dina, because he only does 1 damage every time you gain life, regardless of how much. And Vito does the amount of damage of life you gain. But anyways, I said we were going to do the lands. Oh, we are even. I thought I did slight bias on swamps, which I probably should do. Other than that, we've got 8 different ways of mixing the lands here. I highly suggest no more than 6 tap lands if you don't have the snarls. Or I think everybody should have 1 Temple of Malady from the starter decks that you get when you start up. Other than that, yeah, you can just do 1 of these and then 3 Witherbloom campuses if you want. Try to watch your tap lands. Other than that, I think the 8 lands that can give us any color we need really help smooth out the deck. Every now and then I do have problems with swamps because we do have more black spells in here than we do green. Oh, we do have a mono green spell. I think I mentioned in there at one point that we have no mono green spells, but Blex is a mono green spell. There we go. I thought all the green was all just multicolor spells. Anyways, let's get to some gameplay then, and you can see it in action. It's not bad, I guess. I prefer more of my pest summonings off the bat or an Eyetwitch, but this will have to do, I guess. Do we want to play this first turn? Let's just decline. We don't need it for actual mana right now. They're showing us one and then not using it. No big deal. Alright, we got a couple of these. Oops. Eh. I don't know. I'm like, what do I do for that? How do I respond to that? Back up, I don't know, grab away, turn around, whatever. Okay. This guy is really aggressive. Holy jeez. 2 shocks, well, only 2 more left in his entire library. Oh wow, that must be nice. Oh come on, lands. I could totally kill that thing fairly easily too, with just like a land. Come on. Yeah. So how much life is he going to drain from 21 before I finally get a land to actually be able to play spells in my deck? Let's see. Think he's going to be able to kill me with that? Holy shit, that's what I mean about that spell. It's a good one. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier this video. I've talked about that in other videos though. It's a good spell. Yeah, thanks for the tap land. Are you freaking kidding me? Jeez. Unbelievable. Absolutely freaking believable. So that's 4 life. 4 damage he's hitting me with that for free now, when he really shouldn't have, because I should have gotten that mana for that. We have a Blex out there already. Could keep another one though. Nah, I don't think it's what we need right now. I think we want more little pests. We want more of our combo pieces. Actually, we do, if we get Vito out, well no, we need more pests. Yeah. Combo pieces, Vito and or Bastion. Pressure to Bastion and Vito or Dina or whatever, just one of the creatures plus Bastion, plus a whole bunch of pests, plus Plumb the Forbidden. Oh yeah, easy combo to get there. Not a lot of cards. We'll finally kill his thing now. Finally, and we won't get any extra triggers for it because we don't have any of these guys on the battlefield. Probably gonna block both, sack one, give the other indestructible or something like that. Or protection or whatever. Right, now we can't get this though because he's got these things to protect it too. So that's cool. As long as he doesn't kill my Blex, we can keep attacking him. And get closer to actually casting this and killing his angel, which we really need to do. Maybe we can get these guys. I thought I was going to cast it this turn, but then I realized, like, right now he can just sacrifice his stuff. As long as he keeps attacking me with that angel. Good. Alright, okay, I like it. We got some pests and Dina, as well as removal. Alright, got the mana for it. Hopefully we continue to draw good cards and that synergize. Plumb the Forbidden would be pretty sweet, especially if we can keep a Dina on the field, get a hunt for specimens, and then maybe even play the, what's the one that comes after it? That one? Whatever that one's called. Not the other one, the one that comes out. The one that's a lesson that you can grab. Man, I can't remember what it's called. Pest Conjuration or something? Oh, don't do this. All the freaking cards again? Well, I'm not that afraid to play it down then. Oh, they have removal, they'll kill it, and I'll just play another one. They have removal and they'll kill it. I'll just play another one. And another. Okay, no, 3. Man, they really, they're reading it. Or they were. Not sure what to do about it. Scorching Dragonfire would kill it. Exile it even. Not that I can get anything out of the graveyard anyways with this. Which is what you'd expect with black-green. I find that with the Strixhaven, it's like a lot of the colors seem to not do what those color combinations normally do. And it's like, oh, it's just, I don't know. Like a black-green deck would normally be like creatures would die and stuff, and then you get them back, and then they die and you get them back again, and so on and so forth. Do we want to go Blex? No, let's go for the Specimens here. And we'll grab more, this is the one I was talking about earlier. Pet summoning. Pest summoning. Oh, no attack. Yeah, go ahead. So they're probably going to hit us now for 3, I would imagine. With the first strike, it really doesn't have anything to fear from our blockers. So, yeah. Oh, we have 1 mana, so we can sacrifice a creature with Dina. No blocks. Still no stuff. Do we want to use her ability? Yeah, let's get more pests first. Now, if they don't play any creatures, okay, they do get one. I was gonna say then we can't really attack in. How many counters do they get next turn? 3 +1/+1 counters. That's gonna suck. Let's leave their Rada. I was gonna consider killing it. Let's wait till those counters go on Rada because of the first strike. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can try to Mortality Spear Rada once they get the counters on them. I kind of want to cast this, I kind of don't. Let's just do it. Just attack on in. Oh, I forgot they can block the 1 here. I actually wouldn't mind if they did that, and then they have to put their counters on Rada now. We can block Rada once. Rada, is that how you call it? Radha? Whatever. So as long as there's no trample on it, we can handle it. They don't have the mana for Embercleave yet, which would be very bad. That'd basically be, well, no, we do have the Mortality Spear to kill it, so I don't know. Wow, they really got some, they must got something. 2, 4, 5 cards, okay. Ramming through this thing, okay, well, I guess just let that happen, I guess. Sucks that we're not going to get to do the extra damage when we chump block. We kind of have to chump block. Or can we just take 6? Let's just take 6, actually. I have to just play this straight up. Dang, because I have no other mana to do anything else. Yeah. Creature with power 4 or greater, draw 2 cards. Nah, we gotta get rid of the Rada now. Boom. No attacks. Wah wah. I wish I could have done more. But at least they don't get their extra card draw from that. Is this the starter deck? I'm starting to think this is a starter deck. This is the green starter deck. Yeah, and we've been getting kind of effed over again with too many Dinas, too many Blexes. Although it's nice to have that we have at least one backup, but then we're still going to have another one that's like legendary. We can't cast it. We can't do anything with it, so yeah. Okay. There we can get another green source, finally. Our second green source. Yeah, so we can go Dina and Blex. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what order we play them in either. Yeah, let's attack in. Why not? Get some damage in there. And I don't even mind blocking with Blex, because I'm not I highly doubt I'm casting Search for Blex. Put your hand in the rest of me. You lose 3 life for each one you put in your hand. Yeah, no, I'm not doing Search for Blex, so there's only 2 of them in the library, so the fact that we got both of them is like, And 3 Dinas. Holy sluggishly slow hand. Annoying. Can I get variety, please? More other cards that do other things? So that's 4 mana. They have the 4 mana to pump it up. They actually do have a fair amount of options. You could double block something. Well, what do they have in their hand? I wonder what that's all about. So they can kill Dina or kill Blex. That's their options. I highly doubt they have the mana to do both. Nor am I sure what they have in their hand is capable of doing that. So I think we should still get the Dina life drain trigger. No? No, we just gained the 4 life? Okay. And... oh, we lost both of them. Why did I say one or the other? There's another Dina. And here's another Black. And here's more Pest tokens coming at you. What else do they have? Oh, that's really bad. Come on. Okay, we need another one of those removal things. Mortality Spear. Or we could get a learn. There's lessons that we have. We can just exile a creature. Any of their creatures. That seems to be a weird attack. I'll just let it go. They don't have the mana to use its own ability to pump them up. They do have one card held back. Oh, right, the Caryatids. I forgot about them. But I don't want to lose my Dina anymore because we don't. I'm all out now. Yeah, let's just go from there. Oh, come on, Mortality Spear. Mortality Spear or Learn. Learn would be nice too. Freaking Learn. Like, where are all the other cards? This is like, this Bastion is the first new thing I've seen in all game. Like, other than that, it's just been lands in these guys. And that guy's been sitting in my hand for, I don't know, a long time. Can't attack, of course, because it'll just block all my stuff. I could get, though, they get life gain, so then Dina will hit them for more drain, and we have the Bastion of Remembrance. I should have attacked. But as long as they don't have too much trample, I can block with stuff, and when it dies, I get a lot of triggers from the Bastion of Remembrance and the Dina to really do some stuff. So... that's 5 there. Aww. Or do we want to maybe just chump block that one? So if they pump that up, there's that. This guy will die here. And I think we're good at that there. We're going to get a whole bunch of triggers off our Bastion and Dina, unless they don't pump up the Brushwag. Which they probably shouldn't. This is almost helping us more out by killing both of those pests. They could pump it up again and get some damage through. They do have the Caryatids to make it like an, what would it be, 8/8, 7/7? Okay, we do that then instead. So they get what? 2 damage? Oh man, jeez. And that's game, of course. Of course. Jeez. A freaking starter jank deck. Here's everything you need to win. Congratulations. What the heck? Hell no, you rigged it for sure. Like, see, that's looking pretty good. We can get pest spells with this. This is a pest. This is like a pretty good curve. We got the colors of mana we need. This looks pretty good. The only thing that can really stop us is board wipes and or them just having the answers to everything we play. Which I think I'm getting out of the slump. Earlier in the video, I was like, or when I was playing, I was just like, I was in a huge slump. It was like, my deck could not get shuffled. Now I'm actually seeing different cards. It feels really nice. Is this what playing Magic feels like? I like it. Go that way, get some pests. some damage in. I should have kept the Eyetwitch for blocking. Maybe we can just block with the Pest. It'll still kill their Mire Triton. I doubt they want to lose their Death Touch to something we don't care about. So you can attack. You can come at me. You can see I got more Pests on board here. Or should I just take the 2 damage? Maybe I'll just take the 2 damage and we'll do a little race or something. Maybe they're going to kill my Pest. Looks like they're about to target it with something. Here we go. Alright, I was even considering not blocking anyways, so well, there we go. Do we want to go Dina or Bastion? Let's go Bastion first. Keep hitting in. How did they gain 2 life? They were at 21. Oh yeah, you gain X life. Okay, yeah. Each player mills 3 cards. Okay. You want to attack me again? Yeah. I will get rid of your Death Touch to do more damage to you and gain some life. I will definitely do that. Alright, well, we're starting to get too many of the same. I said we had a good variety, and we did in the beginning. Now we're getting way too many Eyetwitches. It's making my Eyetwitch. No, just kidding. Each player, what, mills 3 cards? Okay. I don't really want to mill cards, but we could block the damage and then sacrifice it so they don't even gain life from it then either. Well, that's not cool. Let's sack that. Let's get some use out of her ability. Right, get some extra points of damage in there. What else do we want here? They got a creature there. I don't know. I think we just want more Pests. And we still do have more learning as well with the Eyetwitches. More Pests? Man, we're running out of our Pest spells. We're gonna have a lot of Pests. Oh, they hit another Bastion and a Hunt for Specimens. Aw. See, here's where it comes into play tapped, and we have no choice about that. Go with a bat. More Pests. I don't know what I'm gonna learn with Eyetwitch when it dies this time. Here come the Pests. With the Bastion, that's a good combo. It'd be better if I had actually something that did damage when we gain life. Because it's only draining them for 1 life every time a creature dies. And we're gaining 2 life. That's where the benefit comes in. Ooh, that goes with our Pests really good though. And we can play Pest Summoning and Blex in the same turn. Let's go Blex first, attack in with, because these all get pumped up from Blex. See, every now and then Blex in this deck actually comes in real, because we do so much Pests. We have this Eyetwitch, which counts as a bat, and they all get pumped up from Blex. Alright. Cool, you do that then. We're still coming at you. And we're still making more Pests. When is it they're gonna just top deck? Oh, okay. When are they just gonna top deck all the answers? Ever since Strixhaven came out, I've been noticing there's been a lack of board wipes. And this Witherbloom deck has been huge too, and it's another thing. Okie dokie. Alright. I see some good stuff. We need one more mana and we're pretty happy. I'd prefer some Eyetwitches and or the other ones that give us Pest. Then let's learn. I can't remember the name of the spell. 2 mana, you get a Pest, and you get to learn that spell, whatever it's called. Either those ones or Eyetwitches would be much more preferable in my opening hand. But we do have a 2-drop. We do have this guy's pretty awesome, a 3-drop, 4-drop. We just need one more land before, somewhere before our 4th turn. Okie dokie. Nothing on our first turn, so that goes down tapped. Which do we want? Apprentice or Dina? Let's go with Dina. Well, now we have 2 Witherbloom Apprentices, so let's go with one of them first. And we'll play Dina later. No mutate? Are they holding up for counters? Oh, there's the mutate. And I do not have any of my removal, which sucks. And I do not have any learn to get removal from my sideboard, which also extra sucks. There's that land we need, so we know we can get this down on our 4th turn. The problem is, do I really want it? Oh, I guess I do. Card draw, gain, life gain, stuff like that. Maybe we go Dina, or do we want to go... Now, let's go Dina this time. And that's it for now, I guess. Maybe we go Blex next. So if we have to block something, we can gain some life. That sucks. Would have been smarter to attack first, flash that on. Mutate that instant speed. What are they doing? Oh, discarding a card. Okay, I was like, what's taking so long here? What's going on? Had to discard a card. Rookie mistake. Ugh, this seems like an annoying deck that they have here. That's fine. Do that. Oh yeah, I forgot about the card draw. Whoops. Oh well, now we got some pests and learn there. Now we got some things going on. Oh, we can't. We only have 1 black. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it sounds about right, doesn't it? Dang it, man. Dang it. Everything's just so damn slow now because I don't have the mana. Although I did get my 4th mana, but more would be definitely appreciative. We could get some damage in. It'd just be 1 damage though, so I don't think that's worth it. Now hopefully they either won't, or if they do attack into this, as whenever it attacks, exile from your graveyard, dies, put on, and onto the battle. That's bad. Exile. What are you? Exile target creature card from your graveyard. Oh boy, what? They have nothing in the graveyard right now, so that's okay. Pass. Let's kill this guy here. I'll gain the 4 life for it. We'll pop off there. Okay, alright. Come on now, this is just... Ah, man, I should have played this last turn. This is ridiculous. Can't do anything else. Of course I can't do anything else. Come on, give me a black mana. Pretty sure I have more black in here than green. Maybe it's equal. It might be equal. No, I think there's slightly more black. I know because the only green in this deck is for multicolored spells. There's no mono green spell in this deck. It's a few mono black, as you see here, and then a bunch of these green and black spells. That's the only green, so I'm pretty sure I'm like, no, there's slightly more green, or more black, so I was like, I'll put a slight bias to black. Yet for some reason all I'm getting is green. And enough black to do not much. Alright, okay, get your cards, get all what you need. Because, yep. Now that comes back. I'm not even sure if there's a point in even continuing to... Well, okay, there we go. It's too late, though. It's way too late. What am I going to do now, right? I can play 2 of these, maybe try to get stuff. I don't know. Oh. Let's grab one of those. What is this? When it dies. So we can exile it. And that doesn't count as dying then. Let's go more pests. And they only have a 1/1, so let's swing in then. We've actually gained a lot of life too. Wow, we were low on life. Now we're at 17. Actually, yeah, going hunt with 5 mana, hunt for specimens right into the pest summoning, that's actually not a bad sequence. Right. That looks pretty close to game. Well, that's 10 points of damage in the air. They're not gaining life, so that might be our saving. No, wait, 10, 14. No, wait, I can block that one, right? There's no menace on it or anything. Unless, what do they got for that 2 mana? Do not tell me it's the absolute perfect thing for 2 mana. They're thinking about something. This worries me. It's like, come on, I should survive this. Because we got this next game if they can't get us. That's still 3. An extra 2 damage. 12 damage, 10 in the air, an extra 2 coming in here. Oh, right, yeah. What a cheater. Now it's 14 damage then, and they're out of mana. You better not get another freaking damage in there. Alright, because I was going to say, as long as they don't get that damage in there, we totally got this. We got this now. A little warm up there with that. Doesn't matter what we grab. Now we play this. And then that's 4. 4 should be fine. Just all of our pests. Lots of copies. Yeah, 4 damage here, another 4 here. That's like 8, 10, 12 damage coming in here. No hands. Okay, so what did you think? This deck seems to go like you're kind of scrambling at first. You're struggling. Things are hard. Your opponent's coming at you. You don't want to lose your pests because you want to sacrifice them, but you want to get your Bastion out first. You want to get this out first. Your opponent's killing them, so it's like really rough in the beginning. But then all of a sudden you cast a Plumb the Forbidden, and it's just game over. You win, and you don't even, sometimes you don't even see where all the triggers are going to come from and how you're going to win, but you just cast it, try to get as much damage as you can, and it's all of a sudden, oh, I won, and there's still 8 more triggers on the stack. So, yeah, the deck, I find it, yeah, it's a roller coaster for me, yeah. I get frustrated in the beginning, but then I end up winning later on. So, it's kind of funny like that. I think I do like the way I have the learn going on here with the sideboard of extra pest summonings, and like I said, we could probably drop basic conjuration for another pest summoning. I think that should be fine. Other than that, hit that thumbs up if you liked the video and share it with your friends if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Seriously, subscribe. I just noticed recently, yeah, there's like a large percentage of people watching my videos that haven't subscribed. Come on, subscribe. Please, it helps a lot. But other than that, yeah, just check out the beginner's guide if you're new to Arena, or if you're new to my channel. Go check those out and see if there's anything you can learn about building your collection on a budget. That being said, I'll see you guys later. Go make some magic happen. Cheers.